evaluate his speech, right?
Right. Okay.
That's how we're going to do. Okay. Let us begin.
Yeah. So, firstly, are you there?
I'm
Can
ready.
you see your face? Okay. Hello.
Can you see my face?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Not that it's
Okay.
great to look at, but it's there.
It is. It is. Okay. So your topic is, I didn't fight my way to the top of the food chain to be a vegetarian. I didn't fight my way to the top of the food chain to be a vegetarian.
Well, thank you, Madam Table Topics Master. I'm just happy I'm on top of something. But I got to tell you, every time I go into the ocean to go swimming, I feel like I'm lowering myself down the food chain. And some of those creatures down there are not vegetarian.
That's right.
You know, I have grown up my entire life with my mother always telling me to eat my vegetables, and yet she always gave me a piece of meat to eat. And so I know, but personally, I'm very much accustomed to protein. And I like my protein. But we have to realize that protein can come in many different ways. That protein can come from things like tofu in my culture of being Chinese, or it can come from eggs. And so we have to look at everything in front of us in greater detail. Now, being on top of the food chain, that doesn't necessarily make us masters of the food chain. It just means that we're smarter. And being smarter doesn't mean that we have to eat everything in front of us. It's like saying that might is right. And it's not. Might is not right. Just because we're at the top of the food chain doesn't mean that we have to eat everything. It means that we have to be smarter about how we eat. It means that we have to be respectful of how we eat. Because if we eat everything in front of us, it's like consuming everything in our environment. We will run out of resources. So let's make sure that we are respecting our environment. Let's make sure that we're respecting ourselves so that we are filling ourselves with the right kinds of food. Back to you, Madam Table Topics Master.
You are on mute, Sakshi.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That was a lovely take, Percy. We're really glad to hear your views. TM Manpreet, would you like to evaluate Percy?
Sure. So in fact, Percy, what I felt is that you really started with a humorous note and you caught the attention of everyone. So that was a good take, which I feel that you started really well. But you gave a very important message that, okay, we can be non-vegetarian, but we have also to be cautious and careful about the environment we live in. So that's something which I feel a very much a power-packed table topic speech in a nutshell. And you concluded also very well. I don't have anything specific to add, but overall, I thoroughly enjoyed your speech. It was fun to hear you. Thank you so much for joining.
Okay. So I want it to be like a chain. So my next speaker would be you, Toastmaster Manpreet.
Oh, sure.
And you can be evaluated by Mohini. Is that fine?
I think Mudit sir should evaluate him because he's an experienced Toastmaster.
That does not matter. It does not matter.
Mohini, please,
Try it.
this,
It does
this.
not matter.
Experienced speaker, I think I will not be able to do
You
that.
will be able to. You will be able to.
Well, Mohini.
Okay, I think Toastmaster Vijay Lakshmi wants to evaluate Toastmaster Manpreet. So let's go in that order. So Toastmaster Manpreet, your topic is, if you could be anyone else beside yourself for a day, who would you choose to be? If you could be anyone else beside you for a day, who would you choose to be?
Okay, if I could be anyone else. So this is so much I feel that coming from the thought process that we compare ourselves with others. I guess the underlying the root of this question is, how do I perceive others? And if I look up to someone, would I like to be that particular person? My take, Sakshi, would be that, frankly telling, I would not like to be anyone else. Because we think about being anyone else because we compare with each other. Because we have been taught to compare with each other. So my take would be, I'm myself. I would like to myself go to the next level, to the higher level of consciousness, to the higher level of the contribution to the society. But that's me. It's not anyone else. So if you remember, there was an ad a couple of years back that who would be the next Sachin Tendulkar? Who would be the next Narendra Modi or something of that sort? And there was someone in that particular advertisement said, I would like to be next myself. This is my name. I would be like to be the next this person. So that's what my take is. Be yourself. Don't try to be someone else. You could certainly derive some good qualities from that person. Okay, let me pick up this quality from Vijayalakshmi ma'am, from Mudit or Farse. So I could pick up that good quality and just try to imbibe in myself, and I need not be someone else. With that, I would hand it over to you, Table Topic Master.
Very well handled. In fact, I'm very happy. Your take makes a lot of sense. We can emulate another person, but who we are inside is always going to be the same that another person cannot. So thank you so much for the lovely take. And now over to you, Toastmaster Vijay Lakshmi, to evaluate Toastmaster Manpreet.
Thank you, Shakshi. And Manpreet, as usual, you are calm, composed in table topic. As we get excited, whenever we are given a topic, we are get excited and forget what to speak or what not. But you are an inspiration and example for us to follow. You started so well and you developed the content better and better. You said that if you are given a chance to be anyone else for a day, you want to be yourself and you want to be a better version of yourself. That is the best example that we need to see the qualities of others, and we need to adopt as absorb, but we need not to originally change ourselves. Originality and the good qualities we have to be imbibe in ourselves, and we have to adopt the good qualities. Your take was very good. You whatever best was possible in this subject, you created everything. You created that. You want to improve yourself in a better version. You gave the example of Sachin Tendulkar and then Narendra Modi, but you want to be yourself. That is a good example for everyone. I think you are perfect in your speech. Thank you, Shakshi.
Okay, so now a topic for Toastmaster Vijay Lakshmi. And Petra, would you do the honor of evaluating Toastmaster Vijay Lakshmi? Okay, great. So Toastmaster Vijay Lakshmi, your topic is birds of a feather flock together. Birds of a feather flock together.
Birds?
Birds of a feather flock together.
Okay. This is an example that how can we achieve a thing by teamwork? If we work together, if we are individually, but if we are working in office or at home or anywhere like the Toastmaster Club and anywhere, and if we take the team with us, we take the people with us, no doubt, undoubtedly, we can create wonders. We can achieve whatever we want. Whenever we are in group, we can conceive, we can convince others, we can create wonders. Whatever we want to do, we can make a plan. If we can motivate others and can take him into confidence that how can we get the best result, and if everybody join us with great zeal, no doubt we can create wonder, and there is a unlimited strength, and we can achieve, we can make impossible possible if we are together, and if we work in teamwork, we can achieve anything. Thank you, Shakshi.
Lovely, lovely. Petra, would you give us your comments, your evaluation quickly?
Thank you very much, Madam Topic Master. And good evening to the speaker. I can tell how confident you are. And besides that, I love your being so positive. And it is so clear, your answer was so clear to the topic that birds who are flocking together get more things done, more than going alone. I love that. And I think I personally can visualize, according to what you were telling us, that in the office, if you get along with your colleagues, fellow members at Toastmaster Club, you can enjoy it. You cannot have a lot of things done. I sort of think this statement has birds of the same feather flock together. And in that sense, it doesn't mean that you work in the same office, but you believe in the same virtues, the same core virtues like honesty, like sincerity, integrity. And they say that if you don't know the person you've been associating with, you can tell a lot about that person by the kind of friends that person is keeping with. And also I heard another saying that you can judge a person by the books that they are reading. But this is birds of the same feather flock together. You wouldn't be anywhere with friends who eat meat if you are vegetarian, right? And you wouldn't be anywhere with a crook when you are an honest person. So that is what I think. I love your answer. It's sort of broad. If you could bring it to specific a little bit, like birds of the same feather flock together, different people who believe in different virtues wouldn't hang around together. That would be fantastic. That's my personal opinion, with respect.
Thank
Madam
you.
Topic Master.
Thank you.
Thank you, Petra. That was very nice. You appreciated the speaker as well as you gave your own take, and you also corrected her on the meaning of birds of a feather who flock together in a very decent way. So keeping up the chain, so I have a topic for you, and I think Toastmaster Subhash, would you like to evaluate Toastmaster Petra? You are on mute, Toastmaster Subhash.
Yeah, welcome. I'm ready.
Okay. All right. So Petra, your topic is one modern invention you think that has been revolutionary. One modern invention you think that has been revolutionary.
Madam Topic Master, do I have myself on spotlight? No?
We can see you and we can hear you.
Oh, okay. One invention which I think is
Revolutionary.
revolutionary.
Yes.
Actually, a lot of things are revolutionary. You know, all the revolutionary, all the great inventions comes from problem. It's very difficult for me to pin out one. But I would like to, instead of responding with my example of the past, I would like to introduce invention which is revolutionary in the future. Now, every country all over the world are trying to create an invention which is vaccination against COVID-19. I think that would be a revolutionary which is celebrating, and people all over the world, 8 billion people all over the world are going to love this invention. And I know that every country has been trying to create this invention. But I would beg every country, all the countries, for cooperation, not competing with each other. That would slow down the process of stopping this virus. But all countries in the world are suffering together. Why don't we put our heads, our hand, and our hearts together and to get this revolutionary invention done, and done in a quickest way and in the best way, and we all will be celebrating this revolution invention. Madam Topic Master.
That was great. That was a great take, and you're right. Unanimously, we've all been waiting for that revolutionary invention. We've been eagerly clutching onto our chairs for that. And Toastmaster Subhash, quickly your evaluation, please.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Madam Petra. Let me compliment you for your concern for the humanity. When the humanity flows from heart, it indicates you are a universal person, a cosmopolitan person who knows how to care everybody. And your version that let's there be a vaccine for COVID-19 so the entire world celebrates is really too much which touched me. I think you had been very thoughtful by thinking in a short span of time the revolutionary. It is true that every day, every year we find new inventions, new discoveries which are revolutionary. But today, need of the hour is vaccine for COVID-19. And rightly it has been pointed out by you that shows how you are updated, abreast to the contemporary needs throughout the world. And it is true that once this COVID-19 vaccine is developed, entire world will celebrate together. It rarely comes that the entire world celebrates anything. I congratulate you for the wonderful discovery or revelation you made in this 1 minute time. Thank you very much.
Lovely. So our next speaker is you, Toastmaster Subhash. And would Toastmaster Mohini, you be comfortable evaluating him?
Yes.
Good, great. So Toastmaster Subhash,
yeah,
a fashion trend you don't understand. A fashion trend you don't understand.
Okay. You know, spice is the variety of life, and fashion is actually one of those things. Sometime I read that fashion is a very delightful but not significant option. I disagree with it. Definitely, fashion is significant. It is feast of the eyes. It freshens you, and you know it is part of the new discovery or inventions made on the part of entire community. It, you know, the dress sense and the dress presentation makes us different. It is emotionally attached to our inner peace, inner enthusiasm, and inner initiative. So fashion is itself a world in itself. And it is that connected to our heart and soul. It is not that we physically cover ourselves. It is not that. It is not ever so. It makes us different. It makes us presentable. And what I can say, it is sort of a Photoshop. The Photoshop means that you are giving your new image and new presentation to everybody, to your surrounding, to your known ones, and is really important on the part of us. So I totally recommend and totally endorse this topic. Thank you.
Toastmaster Mohini, quickly your evaluation, please.
So you started at a great point, but one thing I want to say that when you start, don't say you know. just start with that quotation which you were giving. Number 2 evaluation I want to give. The topic was which fashion you don't like. Could you please repeat the topic? So I think the which part was missing. You were all in the introduction part only. So you did not specify what the topic correctly, and you only talked regarding fashion. So I feel the gist of the topic was missing.
Okay. Thank you.
I agree with you, Toastmaster Mohini. That was a great evaluation, very professionally done. And the topic for you, okay, first, the evaluator for you, Colonel Navjot Khan, would you be comfortable evaluating Toastmaster Mohini?
Yes, yes.
All right. Okay. So the topic for you, Toastmaster Mohini, is a thing your best friend, a quality or a thing that your best friend has and you don't.
Quality that my best friend
Quality
has,
or a thing.
or a thing my best friend has, or birds with same feathers flock together. That is why people who have the same qualities, who have the same mindset, always gel better than the others. We see in a class there are many groups. Some of the nerds, some of the fashion enthusiasts, and some are the naughty ones. And we have in that group each one has one best friend. So in my class, my best friend was Nimata. I think one thing which she has and I don't have was the patience. She knew that life is a journey. She always told me that life is a journey, not a race. So you need to have patience when you are traveling in that journey. She was always calm and composed, whether it was an up phase or a down phase in the life. And I was always nervous or overexcited about the things. That was why I mixed up in many of the things, and I was not able to uh, deal with the situations than she used to do. So I think the quality of patience was missing in me, and over time I learned that yes, patience is the quintessential quality a person should possess, because life is not a horse race where there is one winner. Every person has a journey, and he or she has to travel through the ups and downs of that merry-go-round of the where there will be highs and lows, and but we need to be calm and patient and have the confidence to move on and to live the life the best, because one life, one chance, and one opportunity. Thank you.
Lovely take, Toastmaster Mohini. Over to you, Toastmaster Kang, to evaluate Toastmaster Mohini.
Yeah, Toastmaster Mohini, you covered the topic beautifully. You were very confident and it was flawless. Initially, you picked up the theme from the previous table topic or section, table topic heading, that is regarding the flock. And that was a good presence of mind you had shown. And then you started building up your topic on a group. So that was slightly diversion from the main topic, but you took that time to recollect your thoughts, and then you came back to the topic and covered the crux very beautifully. Very well covered. Thank you.
Lovely take, Toastmaster Navjot Khan. Okay, so Shobhit, would you like to evaluate Toastmaster Navjot Khan? Shobhit?
You need to give Navjot a topic first, aren't you?
Yeah, but would you be comfortable evaluating him for that topic?
I am timing the whole meeting, but I'll be delighted to take part also. Okay. For that matter, Mudit sir can time me in the meantime.
Right. All right. So, Toastmaster Kang, your topic is the grass is always greener on the other side. The grass is always greener on the other side.
Thank you, Sakshi, for this particular topic. Grass is always greener on the other side. This is very famous quotation, and we've been hearing it since childhood. And we have always believed, and physically also and practically also, we have seen in our lives that all the time we think that the grass is greener on the other side. We see someone and we always conclude that the other person is better than us. He has got better professionally. And because we actually fail to analyze the situation, at times, even in the organization, we tend to make conclusion and we tend to be judgmental about issues. We tend to be judgmental about organizations, groups, and even in our family, in our relationship. We are always judging others. But the basic fact is that at times there is an error of judgment that we conduct. We need to be very careful that it requires a lot of efforts to firstly know ourselves, and then only then we'll be able to analyze and know others. Though we may think that the grass is greener on the other side, but we are not aware of the full facts. We are not aware of the situation of that person. We are not aware of the situation of that particular issue or organization, what is there. Unless we go into too much of detail, then we come to know that what we thought was actually incorrect. We had based our judgment and our conclusion on wrong facts and incorrect and half information. So we should not always think that the grass is greener on the other side. We should try to tend and take a holistic view of the situation and of the person, try to understand rather than comparing ourselves with others. Thank you.
Lovely take, Colonel Kang. So now we move on to your evaluator, Toastmaster Shobhit. Please do the honors.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sakshi. Toastmaster was clear when it came to the message. It was loud and it was crisp. That is something that I loved. First, the grass is greener on the other side. That's what we all feel, don't we, when we look towards other people. But you made it pretty clear, as someone else on the panel too mentioned, that we should not compare ourselves. We should compare ourselves with our own level. And that is something that we should all be aware of. One recommendation, when you began the topic, you repeated the topic, and that takes out the edge. When it comes to the structure of the whole thing, that takes out the edge of the whole speech. So once you hear the topic, just be calm and relax and think about what you have to say, and then begin, and that impact, the introduction will be more impactful. That is all what I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shobhit. That was lovely, as always. You're a delight to hear. Okay, so, who would like to evaluate Shobhit? Who would like to evaluate Shobhit?
Would like to, if you permit.
Ashish, you would like to go for that? Or I see some other faces as well. We have a guest. I hope, Ashish, you wouldn't mind if I allow a guest to step in first?
Yeah, sure, not a problem.
Okay, so Beth Gaetoni, I am not sure if I'm pronouncing your name right. Would you like to evaluate Toastmasters Shobhit's topic, which I'm about to give him?
Yes, I would like to evaluate him.
Okay, perfect. So Shobhit, the topic for you is the most irritating song stuck in your head. The most irritating song stuck in your head.
The most irritating song that stuck to my head was...
Your audio is not clear.
Okay.
Your audio is not clear.
Am I audible?
You're audible.
Now,
Just switch off your video because I think you have a network issue. Just switch off your video.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Am I audible, guys?
Yes, please go on.
Okay. So my connection is unstable. And let me begin. Most of you might have heard this song. It was somewhat famous, and it was the best song when it came to the video, because at that time the VFX and the rest of the graphics wasn't as advanced as we now see. As we can see, all the different videos, there are billions, like millions of dollars are spent on it, and that song is tunak tunak tun, tunak tunak tun, tunak tunak tun, ta ta ta. I think most of you might have heard about it. And okay, we have some guests who haven't, so we will share the link and you guys will absolutely love it. But there was a moment in my life when I heard that song so many times that I was quite nauseous as soon as I heard the melody. And my elder brother used to dance on it like crazy. And I used to look at him from disdain. As if like, how many more times would you like to hear it and still be crazy? So yeah, I think there are some songs that that get stuck into our heads. We absolutely despise it, but we often tend to repeat. Like, okay, so another example. There was a song, you guys might have heard it. It is called Hotline Bling by Drake. Have you guys heard it? No? Okay. So I think I'm in a wrong crowd, to be honest. Because anyway, not a problem. But yeah, I'll share both the links, and I hope you guys will hate those songs too, because I hate them too. Thank you.
Lovely. That was very entertaining. And now we go directly to Toastmaster Beth, who would evaluate your table topic. So Toastmaster Beth, over to you.
Thank you so much. Allow me not to put on my video because of my internet connection. That was an interesting topic that you were given, and you were able to infuse your sense of humor to be able to speak about it. It's quite interesting. You had the content and you went ahead to describe the song that's irritating, even though I didn't get the song. Maybe the audience actually know the song you're talking about, so that's amazing. I also like how you were able to use sounds here and there to imitate how the song goes by, so that's amazing. I would encourage you to have an introduction, even as you start the table topic, and a conclusion for the topic. Over, back to you, Madam Table Topics Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Beth. That was very enlightening and very professionally done. So for you, I have to find an evaluator. Okay. Navreet Kaur, can you unmute yourself?
Yes.
Okay. So would you like to evaluate Toastmaster Beth's table topic?
Yes, sure.
Okay. So Toastmaster Beth, your topic is a celebrity you wish you could date. A celebrity you wish you could date.
Yes. A celebrity I wish I could date. Oh my, oh my. I have a list of many of them. But to start with, I love Drake. I like how he has some message to his songs. And let's not forget how good looking he is. I think for me, I like them tall, I like them, handsome and a bit of some beard. So for me, Drake is my ideal guy. If I was to date Drake, I would bring him to Kenya. I think there are amazing sites in Kenya where I would like to take him to see. And I think we'll have amazing time together. And I would like to dance with him. His favorite song with Rihanna. Quack, 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 quack. Toastmasters and guests, that's the person I would like to date. Back to you, Madam Table Topics Master.
That was lovely. I hope it's the same Drake, and Shobit and you can hate him together or have a healthy debate on him. Okay, so going over to Toastmaster Navreet, your topic is
I think Navreet needs to evaluate Beth first.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Just skip that part. I'm so sorry. Please go on, Navreet.
I could see that Beth is so fascinated by Drake, like the way she was telling that I want to dance and all that. So I guess she has totally expressed her feelings and how she feels about it and how much she likes him. So I guess it was really good how she handled it.
Would you like to add something more?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, perfect. So for Toastmaster Navreet, now we need to find an evaluator. Toastmaster Ayush, would you do the honors?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So Toastmaster Navreet, the topic for you is maturity an asset of the sage or those coming of age. Maturity is an asset of the sage or of those coming of age. Were you able to hear the topic clearly? Do you want me to repeat it?
Yeah, I was able to. Just give me a minute.
Okay.
Now, if we talk about maturity, I guess it's a very great quality by my side, if I say. Now, what I think is that maturity is a thing which comes through age, like uh, like we grow, like how we grow, how our parents give our values and everything. That's how we grow, and that's how the maturity comes to us. And what I think is the life experiences which we see day to day, they are a very big, I would say that they are a very big thing which contributes to the maturity, as to say. And with maturity, we know how to handle things and everything by age. And as we grow older, we get so many responsibilities every day, and we handle it. And because when we're at a shorter age, we almost depend upon our parents so that they can decide. But now, as we grow older, we decide everything on our own because we think, yeah, we're mature, and that's the thing which comes through the age, and as we grow older, and as we have new experiences and new responsibilities.
That's lovely. I like the way you took one stand and you stuck to it. So over to your evaluator, Toastmaster Ayush. Would you please give her your evaluation?
Yes, sure. It was a great start. You started that maturity is an asset of age, and you gave credit to your parents and your life experience, your own life experiences. That was really great. And my only recommendation is that if you could include your own personal example in which we can relate to, so that it could be more engaging. So this is my only recommendation. Thank you.
That was a spot on recommendation. Personal examples and anecdotes add color to table topics and to speeches like nothing else can. So that was a wonderful evaluation. Now I have a topic for you, but first I need to find evaluator for you. So okay, so she's left. Ankit, would you like to evaluate Ashish? Sorry, Ayush?
Yeah, I would love to evaluate Ayush. Ashish.
All right. Ayush. Okay, so Ayush, your topic is your dream career as a child. Your dream career as a child.
So my everyone has dreams, and everyone has choice, and they want to become. They have interest. So similarly, I have interest. I want to become an general manager of a hotel, in which I will explore the hotel industry and will make more and more guest relations. It will help me in finding out, in making guest stays as guest experiences, as it would, I will help them in making, make them feel stay in hotel very, really great. And this is my really dream career, which I dream to pursue, and I hope I'll become general manager in my future years to come. This is
That's
my
love,
this is my take on the table topic.
and that's a lovely take. Thank you so much. Over to your evaluator, Toastmaster Ankit.
Hi Ayush, that was a lovely take. Glad you included all of us in your dream. I really liked that, like when we were kid, we want to be a doctor or a teacher or something. I really liked it that when you were a kid, you wanted to be a general manager. So that's something, because at that, I think that age I couldn't even pronounce general manager. So that's really nice to hear that someone has a good aim and objective in life. And I really like the way you described the responsibility of a general manager. That is the ultimate objective. That is to help others, to make them stay comfortable. So see, people when they go to some other place to for they want to create memories, and if they have a pleasant stay, then that thing is a star in their journey. And glad you have chosen this career for the same objective. Just a little recommendation, Ayush or Ashish, that if you could speak a little more, because you only took around, I think, 1 minute or 5 seconds or 6 seconds. If you could only speak more about that, so that would have taken the topic on some another level. So that's my bit. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster Sakshi.
All right. Thank you, Toastmaster Ankit. We have to take the baton forward, and can I think guest Maxwell has joined. Okay, but first, Ashish, the laptop. Can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
logged in from 2 devices, so
All
I'm
right.
Ashish.
Okay.
Yes, ignore
Okay.
that.
So, would you like to evaluate Toastmaster Ankit?
Yeah, sure. I would give it a try. I'm a Toastmaster now,
Okay.
so I'm a guest for this meeting, but I'm a Toastmaster.
All right. That's lovely to know. So, Toastmaster Ankit, your topic is a popular or insanely viral song or film you absolutely hate. An insanely popular song or video or film that you absolutely hate.
Okay. Toastmaster Sakshi for giving me such an interesting topic and given me an opportunity to blabber about the song which I don't like. Have you heard this Badshah? Such a horrible creature. You know, when God was creating this universe, he wanted to create something bad. So he created this Badshah. You know, see, our ancestors or forefathers, or I would say a previous generation, they created such beautiful songs, such beautiful melodies, such beautiful music. Then came this Badshah to make a mockery of the songs. You know, just what he does is nothing less than the molestation of the song. And for that, he should be hanged. He should be beheaded. You know, he should be hanged again and again and again. You know, the molestation is at such a level that I don't want to even remember the song which he has corrupted with his vices, with his stupid brain. You know, I also want to highlight this recent controversy. This stupid creature, this I don't know, I can't just I think use abusive words in this topic, but I really want to use this brother-in-law of someone. What he did, he copied a song from Bangalore, an ancient native song of some Bangalore village, and he didn't even give a credit to the creator. And after there was a big controversy that the people, they started demanding justice. Then finally, this son of a mother, he decided to give him the credit. So that's why, if not the particular song, I hate everything this guy has created. So that's all for this topic. Back to you, Madam Table Topic Master.
So, Ankit, I felt that the 2 minutes you had were insufficient to the amount frustration and anger you had inside. And
Actually,
more
you are
than
not
that,
audible. There is a lot of disturbance.
am I audible now?
There's a lot of background noise.
Okay, so I think we were going to have Ashish's evaluation on the speech, right?
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
can come in.
Yeah, Ankit, I love the energy levels, man. The energy level was spot on. Your take on the entire table topic session was brilliant. I mean, I can say it with utmost certainty that you loathe him with you loathe him with curiosity and total intensity. I like how you went ahead and drew comparisons between with what used to happen in the past. I mean, the beautiful songs that we used to have in the 80s, the retro, and how they have degraded over the years. So, and I think the language part could have been done. I thought it was a little too intense. It was a little too extreme on your part to talk about beheading and hang. Barring that, I think everything was pretty good. You did a good job. So keep it up.
Thank you for your lovely take, Toastmaster Ashish. That was truly enlightening. And yes, those were the exact things that I would have wanted to tell Toastmaster Ankit as well. Okay, so to guest Maxwell, would you like to evaluate the topic I'm going to give to Toastmaster Ashish? Guest Maxwell?
Yes, sure, I can do that.
Okay, perfect. So, Toastmaster Ashish, your topic is, please mom, it's my life. Please mom, it's my life.
Please mom, it's my life. I think it would not have been more apt for me than it is right now, because I think my mom is still looking for a daughter-in-law for herself. I won't say that she's looking for a wife for me, but she's actually looking for a daughter-in-law for herself, and I'm pretty much enjoying the time that I've got. So I believe that it is one of those crucial stages in my life wherein I have to really put my foot down and be decisive and be a little more vocal about the choices that I want from myself. After all, it's my life, and one mistake can make it go for a toss. It can make or break things for me. So, and it is important to understand that even people who are millennials, who may not share the same values, who may not share the same opinion that people from our parents' age group have, but there is a way we can reach out to each other. There is a way we have the process of conciliation. We have the option of dialogue available with us, and we can try to understand each other. It is not necessary that you have to shove down someone's throat what you think is best. It is not the right way to go about it. And in my view, every individual should be allowed to live his or her life according to his or her own terms. That's the best way to live a life. And yeah, I know we live in a society. We have to take care of the desires. We have to take care of the certain social rituals, social arrangements that you have. But still, I think given the resolve that an individual possesses, he or she can strike out a path for himself or herself by living his life according to his own terms. That's all from my side. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashish. That was indeed a great take. And now I request your evaluator, Toastmaster Maxwell, to go ahead and evaluate you.
Thank you very much. That was fantastic. First and foremost, I liked the fact that you took the bull by the horn. All right. It's very easy to be invited for table topics and just disconnect and say there was interruption in your internet. But you didn't do that. You took the bull by the horn and you started with a statement that opened into your speech. That was amazing. You also broke down and explained people like myself and you who are in this generation who still have a lot of reverence for our mothers. How we treat them might not be exact same way they are treated by the younger generation. So you took that opportunity to bridge the gap and explain to us and show to us, and the young millennials are also on this page, how we can break that barrier and they too can get to enjoy the benefits of loving our mother. That was fantastic. Area of improvement. I always say, get an opportunity to speak. The first few seconds are the seconds that you hook your audience in. Remember, every time you're speaking, you must hook in your audience so that they can give you the privilege of their time. So I would say in future, look for a hook introduction to hook us in. You can use a parable, you can use a quote, or you can use a prop. Thank you very much, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Maxwell. That was a very nice take. And before I give you a topic, I think Toastmaster Mudit, would you like to evaluate guest Maxwell?
Yes, sure.
Okay. So Maxwell, your topic is love is blind, but so is war. Love is blind, but so is war.
3 years ago, I happened to be in my friend's party. As we were doing what we call nyama choma in Kenya, that is roasting beef outside the house, this beautiful damsel walks in riding a motorbike. Whoa, for me, it was a wow experience. A girl on a motorbike, she got out her helmet and just waved her hair around. She was amazing, alluring, and my eyes could not stop staring at her. In 2 or 3 minutes, I'd gotten to know her name, and using all the craft and the skills I'd gathered from my big brothers, I decided to ask her out. After all, dating a girl is like going to war. You don't know what to expect. I took the leap of faith, knowing that anything that is worth a risk. I asked her out. A resounding yes was what she gave me when I asked her 3 months later, will you be my wife? I want to enjoy the thrill of life. Can we ride this life together? Ladies and gentlemen, I want to present to you that my ride or die partner, Mawia Geshohe, is now my beautiful, lovely wife, and we've been blessed together with one son. I would like to encourage every other young man, take a chance, take a risk, jump off the cliff. The best thing is it's exhilarating. And the promise is that you never know what lies behind it. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Maxwell. That was indeed a very sweet take, a very sweet story, and it was related to love. Now, let's go to your evaluator, Toastmaster Mudit.
Maxwell, first of all, welcome to this meeting.
Thank you
I
very
really liked your take on this topic because you started bang on with a story. Now, what's important about a story? It engages everyone. And it doesn't start preaching people that you should be doing this or you should be doing that. However, it was a story that everyone could relate to. It was a love story, of course, and a personal one. I was really hooked into it the moment you said that you saw a girl riding a bike and then you wanted to propose her, and then you went on. However, as important was the part of having a story, equally important was to conclude it. And you concluded that take beautifully. Because you not just concluded your story, you also had an advice for the people. And that makes it a perfect small speech. It had all the ingredients of a speech. Now coming back to recommendations. Since you had, I think, a very awkward position to hold your mobile, so your face was half just half visible. I'm sure, by the way you're smiling now, that you have good expressions as well. But we couldn't see that while you were speaking. So whenever you are taking a take on table topics or a prepared speech, it's always recommended to have at least half of your body in the camera frame. And recommendation number 2, while you were speaking, for a lot of time, your tone was constant. Like there were amazing moments in your story where it's like, wow, I saw that girl. You could have expressed it. However, overall, I just loved your take. Thank you so much.
Thank you too.
That was wisdom from the president himself, Toastmaster Mudit. What a lucky person. We all wanted to be evaluated by him, and indeed, I agree to everything Toastmaster Mudit had to say. Okay, so Mudit, would you like me to give you a topic?
Yeah, sure. I would love to.
Okay. Okay. And Bhanupriya, would you like to evaluate him?
Yes.
We can't hear you.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. All right. So I better have a juicy topic. Okay. A potato when put in hot water. Okay, I'm sorry. I have another one. A bird that sits on a hot plate once doesn't sit on a cold one either. A bird that sits on a hot plate once does not sit on a cold one either. Toastmaster Mudit.
A bird, right?
Yes, a bird.
Thank you, Madam Table Topic Master. I'm not a bird, so I can't relate to what you just said. However, if I were to sit on a hot plate, I wouldn't remain seated there. You know, my bums would hurt. Life is crazy. Life gives you hot plates and the cold ones. The ones you enjoy and the ones you don't want yourself to be in. Just like the hot plate. Albert Einstein once said, time is a funny thing. If you sit on a hot plate, 1 minute can seem like 1 year. However, just as Maxwell narrated, if you're sitting with a bombshell, 1 year will seem like just a minute. So the hot plate or the cold plate is just a matter of perception and how you take it. Just as we are taking this pandemic and the lockdown, which is supposed to be a hot plate, an unbearable one, and yet we decided to enjoy this with international guests on a fine Wednesday evening or a morning for you, per se, to have wonderful table topics. To conclude, whether it is a hot plate or a cold one, let us learn to enjoy life the way it is. Thank you, and over to you, Madam Table Topic Master.
You are on mute, Sakshi.
My life. Well, thank you, Toastmaster Mudit, for showing us the exemplary table topic, how it is to be attempted, and also how to associate it to something that's relevant. So thank you so much for that. Now, over to you, Toastmaster Bhanupriya, to evaluate none other than Toastmaster Mudit.
Future Toastmaster Bhanupriya. Right now I'm a guest. Future Toastmaster Bhanupriya. As a future Toastmaster Bhanupriya, even I think that way of speaking, I think he took all the breaks very properly, all the pauses were very good, and I think the whole of the idea has been very realistic. I think if the same topic would be given to me, I won't be able to think it so much earlier, but the way he thought about the realistic thing, the hot and cold thing, and about the situations we face might be good, might be warm. I think as my perspective, he could also add that you could also add the idea of how that bird which sits on that hot plate finds it warm instead of finding it irritating. So it just more of an opinion that how the bird has got the opportunity to sit on that warm plate. You can see the life for yourself, that whether right now you are sitting on a warm plate or not, instead of sitting on a cold one, and you feel like you are in a perfect situation of the world, because I think it's kind of a metaphor that has been used over there, that the bird is you only. So I think there is also one more thing I would like to add. I don't know if I should add it, but instead of using the word pandemic, you could have used the word pandemic, epidemic. Sorry, epidemic. You could have used the word epidemic instead of using the word pandemic. Then you could have increased. I personally feel that you have a very good English, very good vocabulary. You could have used it a little bit more far, and you could have used more of your time limit. I think it was just approximately 1 minute 30 seconds. It could have increased more. So that's all. And amazing take it was. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster, to be Toastmaster, future Toastmaster Bhanupriya, for such an elaborate evaluation. I would have loved to include more people, but we are running out of time. So
think,
I would
Sakshi, if you could just include a couple of people. I think there's a guest who just raised
like to
hand.
thank every one of you who hope you continue to join us in further sessions and grace us. Over to the President, Toastmaster Mudit.
Thank you so much, Sakshi. And I think we just had a raise of hand from a guest who had just joined.
Okay. Oh yes, there is.
Who was it?
Rubab
Rubab?
Rizvi.
Toastmaster
Yes.
Rubab, would you like to unmute, and we would like to give you a topic.
Hello.
Hi,
Hello. Hi. Good evening.
good evening and welcome. Sakshi, if you have just one more topic, let's give it to Rubab, and you can have it evaluated from Furse. So
No
Furse,
problem.
if you're ready to evaluate this take.
Okay. So Rubab, your topic is when the pot calls the kettle black. When the pot calls the kettle black. Toastmaster Rubab, over to you.
Thank you so much. When the pot calls the black, that's a very philosophical topic, and that's a very good analogy. So when the pot calls the kettle black, I would think I would kind of interpret it in a way of judging others or kind of blaming a person for something that they are not to be blamed for. Now, obviously, by default, if you put the pot on a very high flame, it's going to become black. And the poor kettle is being called black because of a thing that is not even in their control. A lot of times, unknowingly or unintentionally, that happens in our lives too. So sometimes we become the pot and we call a poor innocent person black for something which they have not done. And if we take that in literal sense, we could see the amount of discrimination and the amount of racism and the activism that it has sparked around the world when it comes to Black Lives Matter. We also see that a lot of times people blame others, they judge others based on their physical or any other shortcoming or anything for which it's not in their control. So I would just like to say that all of us need to be very mindful of our actions, of our thoughts, And we must never call anybody by a thing, name, or a remark which they do not deserve. With this, over to you, Madam Toastmaster.
And we have the last evaluation of the day by Toastmaster Fersi. And now we will have come a full circle with you.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster, and thank you, Rubab, for your speech. A very heartwarming speech that defends everyone from that kind of racism. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that you took an opinion, you spoke of it in general terms, and then you spoke of it in very specific terms, and I really appreciate the fact that you talked about something that affects everybody. That idea of the flame that is not our fault, that causes us to be a certain way. So thank you for defending those who might not be able to defend themselves, and thank you for taking that opinion and being strong about it. In your speech, you were strong, to the point, powerful, passionate. Keep that. Keep that. That's going to keep you growing as a speaker. A couple of things I'd like you to also keep in mind. Take a look at that that quote, the anecdote about the pot calling the kettle black. And there's an added part to that where the pot is also black. That the pot is calling the kettle something that he or she himself is. If you would look at that, I think you'll add another dimension to it. And then let's work on your vocals so that we not only have the one pitch, but we also have other pitches, which can bring our audience in. And sometimes by pausing it, you make your audience think that much more. Rubab, thank you for a very impassioned speech. Keep that passion, keep growing. Thank you. Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Fersi. You were the perfect evaluator and the perfect ending, perfect sum up to our lovely little gathering, a lovely little Toastmaster table topic session. Now I hand over the place to the president, Toastmaster Mudit.
Thank you so much, Madam Table Topics Master, for giving us such amazing topics. And before we close the session, let's have a quick snap. And Toastmaster Shobhit, would you do the honors for us?
All right, all right. I want everyone to have the most funniest face that they ever made. Let's do that. Let's do that. This is what I can do. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Done. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It was such an amazing session, and to have guests from across, it adds so much diversity. I would like to personally thank Toastmaster Rubab for adding that angle of racism that brings in so much value to the table topics. I would also like to thank you. And I would also like to thank Toastmaster Maxwell for giving us that such a touching personal story to us that made our day. I would love to thank Toastmaster Petra, who not just gave an amazing take to the topic, but also a message that the medicine for COVID should be done jointly and we should be in together. And also a special thanks to Fersi, because he gave us such amazing, amazing insights as to how the table topics should be done. And to Beth as well, who joins us from Nairobi, for having been here and having been able to make it, and then giving us such amazing take. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us tonight. And we're seeing the kind of participation. And I'm sorry, Bhanupriya, you couldn't get a take, but you'll surely get one next Wednesday. So hope to see you all next Wednesday at the same time. Until then, bye-bye and take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much, guys.